is Craig, Whisper and Storyteller here, and I hope you are well. So yesterday I was in Alton Towers, which is a theme park here in England, UK, and throughout the day I came across 4 chocolate bars from Cadburys that were not included in the recent video that I did. I may have covered them in the original video from many years ago, but why not revisit them anyway? So there's 4 bars and we will do them all in order. So the first bar I have is a double decker, and there it is there. Iconic double decker from Cadburys. One of my all-time favourites. I love these chocolate bars. The second one I have is a Cadburys Whisper. Cadburys Whisper. This is the original Whisper, not the Whisper Gold that I had in the other video. This is the original and the best one in my humble opinion. The third bar that I have is a Cadburys Picnic, and there is the Picnic in all its glory. And the fourth bar is a Cadburys Boost. Cadburys Boost. So, let's get these 4 bad boys on the table down below, and let's open these one in turn and taste them, review them, and see how we feel about them. So, see you in a few minutes. So here we are, looking at these 4 wonderful Cadburys chocolate bars. So, we will do a nice, super slow whisper and unwrapping and a taste of each of these. Now, I'm not going to edit out the eating sounds, which a lot of you like, so I'll leave them in. So we'll start off with the double decker, and there is that lovely iconic double decker bar. So half of it is Cadburys purple, nice, rich, opulent colour, and the other half is orange. And if we look on the back here, it explains it as milk chocolate in a smooth, chewy nougat. And lots of crinkles there too. So the double decker was actually launched in 1976, and it is named after the iconic British double-decker buses, which is reflecting in its 2-layered structure. So this bar has a very unique combination of crispy cereal and soft, chewy nougat covered in smooth Cadburys dairy milk chocolate. So it offers quite a few varieties of textures in one bite. So this, calorie-wise, I think it contains about 250 calories, so it's quite a substantial snack. And there's a mini version you can get in Cadburys Heroes, and the miniature version again is not my favourite. I prefer this lovely iconic bar of chocolate itself. I'm not a fan of the miniature variation. So, without further ado, let's open this up. there's a double decker there. And the most delicious, smooth Cadbury's milk chocolate inside. So we will snap it open, and there you can see the nougat. And we'll pull it right open like that. Wrap it round a little bit. So let's have a look at the texture inside. So there you go. That is the crispy cereal underneath, topped with soft, chewy nougat and wrapped in chocolate. Looks great, doesn't it? And it's well named as well, so I really like double deckers. It's always been one of my go-to chocolate bars, so let's have a taste. You can probably hear me crunching on the cereal part. Really is nice. Really is the most perfect chocolate bar. And again, I do agree that the textures just work perfectly. The crunchiness with the smooth, chewy nougat. And the milk chocolate just kind of melts, blends in, and it really is super, super nice. Do you get double deckers elsewhere? Do you get them in the US? Let me know. When I was in the US, I never came across them, I must admit, but looking on the internet, it appears that these are available elsewhere. Shall I eat this last bit? Bearing in mind I've got 3 other bars to get through. Go on then, I will. Absolutely lovely. So I rate a double decker a very, very respectable 9 out of 10. Definitely one of the most iconic chocolate bars in recent years. So it's not that old though compared to some of the other ones. Okay, right. I'm not going to eat the remaining bit of double decker because I have got some other ones to get through. So I'll come back to that. But next, let's have a look at the picnic. Again, the picnic bar is very, very iconic in this beautiful purple wrapper. That is very synonymous with Cadbury's. And on the front we get the logo of Picnic, and the eyes are dotted with a nut and a raisin. And it gives you an insight of what the bar looks like inside. So if we look over on the other side, it gives you a little description of what it is. So it describes itself as milk chocolate with caramel, peanuts, crispy cereal and dried grapes. So this does contain nuts, so anybody who's got allergies would need to stay well clear of this. So a little bit more about Picnic itself. I just like the word picnic. 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 So this is one of the older chocolate bars in the Cadbury's range, and it was introduced way back in 1958. 1958. So that's what, nearly 70 years ago now this has been going. And it has been a staple of the Cadbury's lineup since its introduction in 1958, unlike some that's kind of, disappeared. So it is known for its mix of crunchy peanuts, chewy caramel, crispy rice, juicy raisins, and of course it's all covered in that Cadbury's milk chocolate, making a very complex, satisfying texture. Let's have a look. Now the slogan for Picnic a while was "more than a mouthful." And that's the marketing tagline, deliciously messy and emphasising its rich, indulgent nature. So if we unwrap it, I'm trying not to make as much noise as possible. Yeah, it's quite a messy looking thing, isn't it? You can see where that's all been on a production line and it's being gone past as it's been getting smothered in chocolate. And bringing it close, you can see the texture there. You can see all of the nuts, all of the raisins. If I just break that open, there you go, you can see the insides of the Picnic, all these lovely nutty extravaganza, if you like. And let's have a taste of this because it actually is super nice and it's not too, I think the flavours just complement the chocolate and there's a very light caramel addition here so it isn't too heavy. I really love it. It's a little bit drier than the likes of Double Decker because there is a lot more chew with this one. So international versions of Picnic. So this is insanely popular in the UK, but they are available in other countries with slight variations of ingredients. Very chewy indeed, and the nuts kind of get stuck in the teeth and grind. You've got to kind of pick them out a little bit. And this is quite high calorifically. This is quite highly calorific. 220 calories because of the nuts and everything inside. So you get a lot of high energy from this. And this, of course, will make it a popular choice for those who need a quick energy boost. I absolutely love Picnics. I wasn't so keen as a kid. I used to think they were boring, but they're absolutely amazing now. I love them. Let's see if I can get that back in there. Do tell me if you can get Picnics elsewhere. It'd be interesting to know what variations you get. But that is the UK version, and I love them. I really am a huge fan of Picnics. Okay. Still trying to chew that off. And clear the palate, ready for the next one. Okay, so this causes for a nice bit of palate cleansing. So I've got a drink of water here just to clear my palate, ready for the next one. glass down there. Right. What is next? So, the picnic for me is a 9.5 out of 10. It's a very, very satisfying eat. So yeah, 9.5 easily for me. And what's great is you don't get picnic covered in the smaller variations. So it's unique, it's a big bar. And I like the fact that it's been left alone. This next one here is Whisper. Again, one of my favourites. So this one is a relative newcomer, meaning it didn't come around until the 1980s. So this was introduced in the UK back in 1981. And it became an instant hit due to its unique texture. So this was famously discontinued by Cadburys in 2003, and there was a very successful online campaign. Obviously people didn't have enough on their minds really to have this relaunched in 2007, showing the strong consumer demand and loyalty to this bar. So what's special about Whisper, and ironically I'm doing a Whisper while I'm reviewing this, but it's the aerated chocolate. So it's got tiny bubbles in it within the chocolate which give it a lighter texture compared to solid chocolate bars. Now let's have a look. Again, the iconic purple wrapper. I love that purple. It's very, very rich and opulent looking. And there's some kind of prize there, some offer. The big win-win, cash for you on your local shop. So you enter at, see the back of pack for details. So you've got to scan that to enter, and it's some kind of a competition. I wonder what it is you can win. Cash, it says. But let's break open this lovely bar and have a look at it. Nice bit of crinkles there from these wrappers. These are all plastic though. I thought they would have tried to do something around sustainability and go for paper or something. Right, here we go. And just like the Whisper Gold, it is just a standard looking thing when you see it. But the interesting thing is when you break it open, it is just solid chocolate. So there's no caramel in this one, unlike Whisper Gold. This is pure, thick, luxurious, creamy milk chocolate. You can get the Whisper Duo, which is another variation, which is like a double-sized portion. I've never had that one, but I am a huge fan of Whisper, and it is super, super light. Okay, so let's have a try of this Whisper. And so rich and creamy. It spreads across your tongue. It's really nice. Super nice to eat. Much, much better than Whisper Gold. Can you get Whisper where you are? I'm led to believe again that it is available elsewhere. You know, when I was mentioning about Heroes earlier on, I'm not so keen on the miniature version of Double Decker, which is about this big. But the Whisper version of Heroes, which is a tiny little section, really works. Coincidentally, I did do a video on Heroes, all the miniature variations of Cadburys. I'll put it on the screen now if you ever wanted to watch it. I'm sure Whisper is covered in that quite prominently. There you go. So I give a Whisper a very respectable 9.4 out of 10. Not quite as high as Picnic, because Picnic is just so unique for me. So Picnic's still in the lead, but Whisper is super special. I do love a Whisper. Right, the final one for today's tastings is Cadbury's Boost. And there it is, Cadbury's Boost. So again, this one looks a little bit more kind of out there, a bit loud compared to the purple designs of the other ones. So it's got a very big prominent blue kind of comic book style. That's kind of what you see in the Batman programs, you know, Zap, Pow, in the old 60s version of Batman. But you can get a bit of a sneaky peek of what the Boost looks like inside there. So this, again, is a newcomer in comparison to all of these. 76, 1958, 1981. This one didn't come about till 1985 and has undergone quite a few recipe changes and variants since then. Now I remember a coconut boost back when this was first released, and I loved the coconut boost. It was just gorgeous, but this one is the only one that we can get at the minute. Let's have a look to see what the description is from Cadbury's themselves. Milk chocolate with caramel and biscuit. Let's go in for the kill. So that is the Boost. It's a little bit rounder than the standard ones. So the Whisper and the Double Decker had more of a square kind of face feature, should I say. This is slightly rounded. Slightly smaller as well, if I can add, compared to the Whisper bar. Yeah, quite a bit smaller, but very heavy in comparison with the other ones. So what is inside of it? So it's caramel and biscuit. Now the coconut version that I remember does not come anymore now. It completely disappeared. But I really enjoy the Boost. We've had a Boost guarana, which had like kind of some kind of energy boosting ingredient from the guarana plant, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and I do apologise if I'm not. And that's what it looks like. It's got quite a multi-layered texture, again with bits of biscuit in and caramel, similar to a double decker, but just a different texture, can I just add. It's more circular there. Let's give that a try. It's very chewy, very substantial, very chewy. And the biscuit centre is wrapped in this caramel. So the biscuit centre just kind of crunches. I can't explain it. It's very hard to articulate. But very different to a double decker. The caramel, whereas it's nougat, double decker. This is just caramel. Just very indulgent, very rich. And very satisfying as well. Well, now I love all of these products, but which one is going to win? So I give a Boost 9.3. So all of these have scored very respectable. The double decker, the Boost, and the Whisper, but the winner for me was Picnic, just because it is a combination that works perfectly and is such a lovely satisfying eat, in my opinion. So there you go, there's 4 more bars. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a blast to make it. I'm just putting on a lot of weight with these new videos. But that's fine, as long as it makes everybody happy, that's the main thing, and I can eat chocolate all day. But some people have suggested fizzy drinks and crisps, and I can just keep doing these. There's plenty of stuff that I can taste and test. So, without further ado, I'm going to wish you a very good night, and thank you so much for joining me this evening. Sweet dreams, and I will see you all very soon. Take care.